that bullshit?
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
You know what they say? See a broad to get that booty yak 'em, leg her down or smack 'em, yak 'em.
And I got to give it to you a little bit more.
Forever. Black queens forever. Come here. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. Snow bunnies.
If I can get a quickie in.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
They say it can't hang.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Oh, good.
He said that he's in great pain and he wants to know if you can help him.
All right. Would you tell him to just relax and I'll be back as soon as I can with some medicine?
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
What it is, Big Mama? My mama.
You're the kind of woman that I could give a lot of game. As much as you retire, love, well, maybe you don't have to ask.
Yo. Yo. Peace, power, and prosperity to the village gang. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know what we're doing. We come over here. Y'all know it's a love day 24/7, 365, but I'm dead or I am alive. What's up? Hope everybody's enjoying their first week and day. Hope everybody did something productive. If you slept in, you slept in. If you charged up, you charged up, right? Do what you gotta do for you. Get you some R&R, right? Do something for you. Do something with the kids. Do something with the fam, right? But do something productive today still. I know it's your day off, but still do something productive. Got a couple of things on the list to do today myself. I might cook some food today and put it on scales. Trying to work out that dinner situation, but easy fix, right? Hope everybody enjoyed their week, right? Hope your week was productive. You figured out what you need to figure out, did what you need to do. Usual suspects are in the room. Shout out to the ninjas. Finally got y'all drop. Where I put it? I put that damn ninja drop that I made for y'all. Like a biff. How did I put it at? Boom. What? I think I didn't load it. If I didn't load it, I'm gonna be mad as shit. It's not here. Oh, here. Shout out to y'all. Y'all already know what to do. Hit the buttons. Made a couple changes this morning while I was up grinding it out. But yeah, made a couple changes. As you can see, we're gonna talk about society today and the shit that we are affected by, or shit that we choose to be affected by. You dig it? Boom drop. Start off a little light today.
Black men that are gay should say they're gay.
Well, I'm not gay.
You are. Only girls worry about niggas' pockets anyway.
That's what you care.
You're a woman. Why do I care
You
what
care too much
you're
about
a girl with a
whatever people
mustache.
think,
Get
man.
out of here. You're a bull-headed girl.
You're going to dress like a shady pastor and act like one. Practice what you preach.
This is a big.
He told me stories about how you and him linked up off the set.
I don't know that nigga.
Say it like that.
Set.
Yeah, nah, pause.
It's because I don't mind showing my flaws. See, you guys hide your flaws. You hide your homosexuality. I don't hide.
Raise your hand if you think Dan's broken. Seriously. See, it's just me.
But you said that some guys was throwing you kisses because they liked your paws butt, and you went back. That's gay. I don't think you're a proper representation of the masculine black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you guys are.
I'm listening. Okay.
Like, your OG is Wendy Williams.
Your whole existence is money and material things. That's why now that you don't
Your
have
whole
it,
existence
you're
is
trying
gay.
to prove to everybody that you do.
Your whole existence is gay. I know that's why I don't be around men.
Mhm.
So we all know they betrayed Jesus. I said this.
You walked in here with a man.
Can I finish?
But as long as
Stop talking.
I'm paying the loan back, it's not a
You're
problem.
triggering me. Yeah, y'all in the behind the stage, the curtain. Y'all in the coffin. I would never. This is uninspiring. This is dirty and all that shit. You're a girl. You clean this shit up. Stupid.
I don't believe you.
Because you're dumb. How would you know you're in this coffin every day? Count Dumbula.
Black men can't.
Yo, motherfuckers is childish, bro. Motherfuckers be dead as grown. Grown as fuck and still childish. Something really wrong. I personally think something really wrong with Dame, though. For real. I think he got something going on, though. For real. Yeah. He's talking that shit. But I think something like, you know, like how time could wear you down? Tribulation, that bullshit you go. I think time probably wore him down, man, to be honest. And I hate that for him, right?
With niggas, I mean niggas. People. Oh Lord.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I'm not gay.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have
What?
you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you were at your wits' end?
Pouring of your presence. We need an outpouring of your love. Jesus! Jesus! Come by here, Lord. Come by here.
I'm feeling tonight, y'all. God's about to do it. Get up and walk. Get him out of here. Glory. That's all right. Some of y'all looking for your miracle to walk. When the Bible said we gonna mount up, I believe.
With niggas, I mean nigga people. Oh Lord.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men.
She say that word so often, G, as she said it at church. She said that shit. She said it so often. She said it at church. Yo, Big General, what up? The tribe general's in the building. What up? She says this word so often, bro. She said it at church.
With niggas, I mean nigga people.
Oh, shit. Have mercy on my soul. All right, fellas. That was just a warm-up. Ladies and gents, let's do one more vid before we jump. at the main reason why we are here this beautiful morning. Let me find one more real quick.
This thing giving me.
You're like a mad scientist.
What I need, doctor?
I can't give it to you here, baby.
Oh my God!
This thing giving me.
You're like a mad scientist.
What I need, doctor?
I can't give it to you here, baby.
Oh my God!
This thing.
Oh, shit.
About this on the show before. You have African American rappers saying N-word this and N-word that, but a Caucasian can't.
So say it.
Say what?
Say the word you want to say.
I'm not saying that I want to say it. I'm just saying that I can't.
Sure you can. Say it. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Okay, this is hypocritical. You know we can't.
Sure you can. This is America. Both of you. Say it.
All right, I think we can move on. About this on the show before. You have African American rappers saying N-word this and N-word that, but a Caucasian can't.
So say it.
Say what?
Say the word you want to say.
I'm not saying that I want to say it. I'm just saying that I can't.
Sure you can. Say it. Say it right now. I will say it with you.
Okay, this is hypocritical. You know we can't.
Sure you can. This is America. Both of you. Say it.
All right, I think we can move on. About this on the show before.
We have Reaper in the town square. What up, 3-star? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. You caught them dollars. You heard? Let's start rolling, G. Quick spin. Let me get the videos together here, and then we rolling, dog. Oh shit, why the fuck my banner not running? Yo, StreamYard be on bullshit. Real talk. Reaper and Aisha R was the sponsor last night. Appreciate that. Kick that one. I'm kicking getting the screen set up. We want to take a quick spin, you heard? Where the fuck is the music at? Yo, yo. You already know. First vid of the night, dog. We're gonna talk about a tragedy that happened in Texas. I want to say Dallas. Might be wrong on that. We'll have to go check it out though. And then we'll talk some more about it.
News alert reports say 3 people have been critically injured at a Dallas ICE facility after shots rang out this morning.
Police responded to calls around 7 a.m. local time. Agents reportedly approached the suspect, who then apparently shot himself.
Let's go to Griff Jenkins in studio with some of the information that he's learning. Do we have Griff?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Lawrence, Ainsley, Brian.
That's a shit name, dog. Grift. Damn.
And this is what ICE fears most, and that is an attack on.
What's his brother named Biff?
on them. Fox can confirm through ICE sources that there was this attack this morning at the Dallas facility. Shots were fired into the sally port of this facility along the freeway there in Dallas, and the ICE confirms that the shooter is down, a self-inflicted wound, and that 3 individuals have been hit. Their condition unknown. We're continuing to try and learn more about this as you look live here and can see the tremendous law enforcement response. But ICE telling me in no clearer way that they call this, quote, a clear attack on ICE. Now, this comes as we have seen a more than 1,000% increase of assaults on ICE officers. And now this morning, tragically, we're learning that this shooter apparently fired indiscriminately into the sally port. Unclear whether ICE officers or detainees or who may have been injured, but at least 3 individuals have been shot. The shooter is down through a self-inflicted wound. We'll bring you more as we get it, guys.
Griff, just working back some sources back and forth here. And by the way, this information is very fluid, but from what I'm hearing from my sources, this happened as they were unloading some of these detainees when the shots started to ring out. Are you hearing the same thing?
That's exactly right, Lawrence. And that's why I mentioned that sally port. So apparently it occurred when detainees were being brought into the sally port. The shooter, we're not sure exactly where he was located, but was able to shoot into that sally port and struck at least 3 people. That shooter now is down from the self-inflicted wound. So we may not know exactly what his plan was, what they were intending to do, other than to shoot people this morning at an ICE facility. We're learning more as we get it. And particularly, we're interested, obviously, in learning about the conditions of the 3 individuals that were struck this morning.
Yeah, that's I-35, the east side.
All right. So we know who the kid is. By now, we already know everything about it, right? I'm just using that as a segue point. When we see things like this, right? Our brain tends to want to make it linear and make it make sense. Who the person was, why did they do it, where it took place, when did it take place, and how was it possible that for this to take place? What was the motivation, right? But this dum-dum had some bullet casings, and it wrote anti-ICE, et cetera, right? If it was an anti-ICE motion, wouldn't the ICE agents be the ones who you attacked instead of attacking the detainees, right? But this is somebody that's just not good with shooting a rifle, pretty much at the end of the day. It's pretty much what it comes down to. This person does not know how to shoot that rifle. So instead of hitting the ICE agents, end up hitting the detainees. Failed fucking mission. That mission was a complete fucking failure. Then decided at the end of his reign of terror, right? Because we're gonna call this what this is. This is terroristic behavior. We don't have to sugarcoat nothing about it, right? This is terroristic behavior. His sister named Tiff, his daddy named Liff, his mama named Gif. Just the dumbest shit ever. This dude's name is like something Jan. I can't remember his first name, but I remember his last name. Jahn. It's like John, but with an A. And I was like, why does this dude? He looks like he's from South America, right? Then I thought about it. The name Jahn. Well, I looked it up. And I figured out where Jahn is from. That last name, where the root of it is really from, and it's from German. So it has German origin in the name. I said, why does he look like he's from South America? Has the last name Jahn. Check this shit out. Remember when the Nazis fled, where did they flee to? There you go. So that last name could still be alive down there in South America. And this is the off product years and years down the line, generation down the line. The last name is still the same. But when they went down there, guess what they had to do? Mingle in. Yep, the main spot was Argentina. Yep, absolutely. So they had to mingle with who? The local people. to the local people are from South America. Whatever the proper term is, Latinos, Hispanics, whatever the proper term is that they use nowadays. I'm just lost on all these fucking terms, and I'm lost. I'm saying I'm not being disrespectful about any of it. I'm just lost. Shit changing every fucking day out this bitch. But with the Germans going down to South America, most specifically Argentina, where they have a whole setup down there still, I could see how that last name would be attached to a Hispanic looking, Latino looking child. Check that. And we know that they went down there and cohabitated, mingled, married, right? The same shit that people do. The same thing that happens all the time when people go to other people's lands. Guess what? They mess with their woman. They have offspring. Just that simple. It's not that complicated. So that's how I figured out that last name can actually exist in South America. This is radicalized behavior, which we've seen in the past, month? In the past month, we could say we've seen 3 easily? 3 events of radical behavior. I believe there's more than 3, to be honest, but there's 3 majors, right? There's the riots that's going on in certain cities have riots. I think that's radical behavior too. I think that's radical and terroristic behavior. And I don't think those 2 things are not in the same boat sometimes. I think they're in the same boat most of the time, to be honest. Then them 2 things being mutually exclusive to each other. I think they both are in the same boat 95% of the time. That's what I think. Well, we're about to clip on to another video, right? You kind of see where this whole stream is going. Don't worry, I got you. I'm not gonna leave y'all in the dark. I refuse to. Is this one? Okay, cool. Yes, this is it. Video coming up in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Let me turn up the speed on this one. And I don't need to watch these whole videos. No, do we need to watch whole because we already know, right? We kind of get the gist, and I'm just segueing through these things to chain everything together. But before we go any further, yo, let's introduce the show. He and I, nice him. Slim, trim, and built to your humble host that tries to do the most from coast to coast. I don't brag and I don't boast. Granny's baby. Like a fuerte. Numero uno. He and I, it's him. Trust that and believe it. Short round of applause. For all the villagers, y'all already know. We appreciate all the support. Y'all know it's a love thing. For all the ninjas in the building, I see y'all. Big salute to y'all. I got y'all on drop now. Finally made it for y'all. Here we go. Don't say I ain't never do it for y'all. You heard?
But see, that takes an enormous amount of work. That takes an enormous amount of soul-searching, responsibility-taking, book reading, facing your own shadows and inner demons and transcending them and overcoming them and admitting how wrong and stupid you were and opening your mind to new perspectives and all the stuff that I talk about with my work. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask. Most people don't want to do that. Instead, most people just want to go to Walmart and buy a pill off the shelf that will do that for them. And so in this case, that's going to be heroin. You can't buy heroin at Walmart, but this is just an analogy, right? This is what we're looking for. Like all of us just wish that we can go to Walmart right now and pay $10 for a cure to our problems. And that essentially, when we want that cure, what we're really asking for is we're asking for spiritual growth. We want to pay $10 for spiritual growth without actually doing any of the work so that we feel love. That's all any of us wants, is to feel love. That's it. And so when you're not given the kind of love that you crave, especially when you're young, this creates trauma. And then that is what leads you down these dark paths and dark rabbit holes. You see, and if you're not getting the sex that you crave, you're going to go down the dark, men's rights, toxic men's rights rabbit holes, like the MGTOW movements and the black pill and red pill and all this garbage. Maybe you'll get into pickup, some toxic form of pickup. That's also possible. I've seen that happen. And then, if you don't get the kind of love you want with money, then you'll go to sort of criminal activities. You'll become a thief or a scammer or a con artist or a fraudster or whatever. And if you don't get the kind of love or sense of community, a healthy sense of community, that again is just you getting the love that you want, then you're going to get involved with some sort of a fascist, neo-Nazi, white supremacist, nationalist movement in your country, whatever that is. And don't think that this sort of white supremacy is just a problem in America or in the West. I mean, you have fascist nationalist movements in every country, in India, in China, all over Europe, in South America, in Africa, parts of Asia, everywhere. Every country has these nationalist, ultra right-wing nationalist fascist groups. In Japan, they have it as well. And all of them offer you that sort of cheap Walmart solution. But of course, this solution is not sustainable. And it can very easily destroy your life, and it will cause harm and great damage to your community in the end. And in a sense, this is what we're seeing with the Trumpism phenomenon. The reason that Trumpism is so appealing is because right now we're in late-stage capitalism. With late-stage capitalism here, in America at least, a lot of people are not earning the kind of wages they used to earn. With globalization, that's right. Wages have been equalizing across the world. That means the high wages that used to exist in America can no longer be sustained because America used to be this isolated bubble. But now all those barriers have broken down because of telecommunication and internet, satellites, fiber optics, airplane travel, and all these sorts of things.
So what he's talking about,
tourism,
right?
Globalism. And so the jobs and the money is basically spread. So
what he's talking about is how people tend to become radicalized. That's why he brought up. That's why he's bringing up resources now. Earlier he brought up community, right? This sense of belonging to something, the sense of having, being valued amongst your peer groups, the sense of feeling appreciated, respected, cherished, right? That's what he's walking this dog to.
And more around the world is equalizing. So whereas before America was up here and like China was down here, we're starting to equalize now. Now, of course, this is great for China from its perspective, but it's bad for America from America's perspective because it feels like America is losing. In fact, this is an overall good trend because it's actually creating more fairness and justice around the world, but it doesn't feel like that from many Americans' point of view. So their salaries are dropping. And of course, they're looking for somebody to blame to scapegoat. So who are they going to scapegoat? They're going to scapegoat the globalist, Jew, social justice warrior.
I don't think necessary salaries are dropping. Not necessarily per se. I think the dollar doesn't stretch as far. The dollar's not stretching as far as it used to. I don't think salaries are in itself going down. You can't pay somebody 50 bands for 2 years and then drop this salary down to 45 bands. Right? You just stay, right? You go up or you go to a new job. And that's where you might take a dip. You might get 48, right? 48, 50, 47, whatever the case is. You gotta build yourself back up sometimes. But I don't think that the salary is actually low. I just think the dollar's not getting more due to inflation.
Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, pedophiles, and the Hollywood elites, and the Wall Street elites, and this notion of elites.
Viewer discretion advised.
Let's just blame all of our problems on the elites. This is very popular. This idea is becoming very popular, not just on the right, but even on the left. There's a sort of almost a cult of blaming everything on the elites on the left as well amongst progressives. Now, of course, elites do bear some responsibility, but overall, this is way overblown, and it's a game that the ego is playing. You see, and so now. You come home from a dead-end job, you're tired, but what you do is you log into YouTube and you watch your favorite YouTuber rant against the elites. And this gives you a sense of purpose. And you're like, yeah, those elites, they're pedophiles, and they're Jews, and they're evil, and they're from Hollywood, and all of this, and they're not like me, they're not like us, and we got to get them, we got to get our guns, and we got to fight them tooth and nail. Otherwise, this is going to destroy America. This is just going to destroy the land of my ancestors. And I'll be damned if I let that happen. I'll be damned if I let some liberal, transgender pedophiles take over America, over my dead body. And so then you go to the gun store and you buy yourself some guns, you buy a case of ammunition, and you stock up on supplies for the coming apocalypse and civil war. And then you listen to talk radio that talks about the upcoming civil war that's going to be happening. And you go to the shooting range and you pay them money, for target practice, because you really start to believe that there's a civil war coming. And you start to do target practice on, on targets. And maybe you put a face of Hillary Clinton on the target that you're shooting at. and this and then you hang out, see, but you're not doing it alone. You got a group of buddies at your shooting range who you are also doing this with you, and then you form a militia group. And now every weekend or twice a month, you're going out into the wilderness and you're shooting guns and you're preparing explosives and you're preparing for the upcoming civil war. And this paranoia now becomes your entire life. And this is the toxic life purpose that I'm talking about. But as all this is happening, it's happening so slowly and gradually, and the ego feels so validated by this, it has now a sense of belonging. Now you found your calling in life. This feels.
You see what I was talking about? That sense of belonging, right? Imagine how hard it is to recruit somebody that came from a household of appreciation, support, respect. They feel valued. They feel like they're a part of the unit. They feel like they contribute. They feel like they're well taken care of. They feel like they are a functioning gear in that machine. Would it be harder to radicalize them, or would it be harder to radicalize somebody that's a loner, comes off depressed, no friends, no resources, doesn't have the sense of belonging, kind of like just a wanderer, no tight-knit group to reinforce them at times where their knees buckle, right? There's nobody to grip them, and stand them back up. And when they stumble, they pick them back up and dust off their kneecaps and give them words of encouragement and tell them like, dog, this shit that we going through right now, this shit that you going through, I'm ready to ride with you for it, right? Or pat them on the back and say, bro, it's going to be okay. Guess why? Because you're not alone and I'm here with you. And I'm telling you right now, the answer is the second person. It's the answer is the second person, simply because once you give that person the smallest thing, and it could be, as long as it's something that they are craving for and desperate for, then they will start to bond and attach themselves to you. Think about it like this. You ever heard the phrase that says, don't feed stray dogs, don't feed stray cats, right? Why? 9.9 times out of 10, it's a hungry animal. So if you feed the animal, you just gave the animal something that the animal needs to survive. You just gave the animal sustenance. So now, to the animal, you become a resource of nutrition. Hence the reason why the animal keeps coming back and keeps coming back and keeps coming back. Because what you've done, you've imprinted or stained their memory that I could get something that I absolutely fucking need over here. That's what you communicated to the cat and the dog, or the raccoon. I even see with raccoons, right? Even with birds. You ever seen somebody that put a little bird feeder outside? You don't think that the bird attributes the paint on the house, the setup of the house, the porch, the 2 chairs, the couch? They comprehend that this is a source of what? Nutrition. And what is nutrition? Nutrition is something that every living organism in this dimension needs to survive. So they now know this is a proper source of nutrition, a proper source of something I need for my survival. That's what you just stained, imprinted, and chain linked yourself to with this animal, with this creature. Same thing with human beings. If a human being is fiending for the sense to be accepted, acknowledged, recognized, important, and you provide that sense of those things for them, do you think they're going to walk away from you? They're not. They're going to start becoming very, very loyal to you. It's easier to radicalize somebody without these things than somebody who has these things already. Reaper, you could radicalize anybody. That is true.
It feels so good. It feels better than a shot of heroin. And there's nobody in society telling you that this is more dangerous than heroin. Because culturally, we all know heroin is bad. And even then, still, many of us will fall into that trap with opioids or something like that. But nobody ever teaches you the dangers of this toxic life purpose. that you could unconsciously be developing in your life. You're not aware that you're developing it. You didn't have the intention at the outset 5 years ago to say, oh yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna join this militia group and we're gonna be training every weekend against the coming civil war, against the crazy pedophile liberals. It didn't start that way. You gradually, slowly were brainwashed into it by the news that you watch, by the YouTubers that you follow, by the ways you think about the world, by your failure to take responsibility for yourself and so forth.
Yeah.
And by ultimately not consciously working on developing a healthy, selfless, loving life purpose. See? That vacuum in your heart and in your soul that was created ultimately by your lack of responsibility, that vacuum was now filled by the lesser jihad. And so the irony is, of course, is that these right-wingers are committing exactly the same mistake that the radical Islamists in the Middle East are committing. They found an enemy, and they're going all in against that enemy. Damn the costs to society or to themselves or even to their family and so on. Because it feels good to have that sense of meaning and purpose in one's life. And developing that on your own
So after you bond with this person and you tell them, you know, the reason why we do what we do is because this group over here, this group over there, those people that look like this, those people that wear that, right, are the reason why we are marginalized. That's why we came together to fix the problem. That's why we came together to look out for each other. You see, you see how it starts to formulate? So now you're giving that person not just a sense of bonding with you, but now you're about to introduce them to a group of like-minded individuals. You don't know because you don't comprehend it. But remember, this person is now starting to trust this person, right? They're starting to trust them and lean on to them. So whatever they're given to them, because they're bonded to them, they're going to get the sense of loyalty. So now whatever they say, they're going to tend to believe it. That's how you walk them down this path. Especially when you could relate to them and tell them the reason why this is why you don't have friends and family. This is why you don't have resources. This is why you don't have a love life. This is the reason why you can't find a job. This is the reason why your parents got divorced. If you could give them a target and an enemy, then subconsciously they start to hate the thing that destroyed the things that they desired. So everything that they desired or feel empty of, if you could give them an enemy and a target and say, this is the reason why. The people that dress like this, the people that wear that on their heads, the people that live in this region, people who live in this region, people who have a different shaped eyes or tend to have big noses and big lips and or even gender wise, right? The humans that run around here with cans and yams, right? No matter who they display it as, once you give them that target, now that becomes their enemy in a sense. They will start to psychologically and subconsciously start to attribute these things. So when next time they go to the store and they go to buy a loaf of bread and the bread is $2.14 and they only got $2 flat, what's going to subconsciously pop from the subconscious to the conscious mind? The thought's going to say, those motherfucking people that wear them the funny hats and or the people who wear the turbans or the people with the big lips or the people with the cans and the yams. This is their fucking fault that I can't get a fucking bread for fucking $2 when 6 years ago I could get a bread for fucking 99 cents. That's absolutely correct, Reaper. So now their everyday life is still active. Remember, they're still living an active everyday life. So when they run into the issues again, they go home, right? Mom's still tripping on them. Dad still at work. No sense of belonging. Subconsciously to consciously, it's going to be like, oh, those people's fault. That's this person's fault. You see a nice girl at the park and you try to approach her and she gives you that, no, I'm okay. You attribute the fact that you don't have a love life to, oh, yep, it's the people who like to wear red, right? It's the donkey and the elephant, or the people with the blue ties, or the people that sit in this bracket of financial success. Once they give you, it's gonna come from the subconscious mind because you're intaking this. You intaking this because you have to have a reason. Your brain still looks for things to be linear. Your mind is still looking for things to make sense at the end of the day. And we talked about that a little bit last night. Your mind is still looking for a way to make sense. So this person that you start to trust and bond with now gives you community. So those feelings of not belonging are starting to go away. Feeling of loneliness is starting to go away. The feeling of depression is a little bit less. All these different things, the mental issues, right, that are there are starting to go away. But they're being fed while they're going away is because you're being fed bullshit and propaganda. Walk this way, act that way, and so on. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So at the same speed, while you're shedding off some of it, it's still there with you. It's never going to go anywhere. This person is giving you an enemy to deal with, an enemy to say, this is the reason why our life is this way. And because our life is this way, this is why we created this group. This is why we created these militias. This is why we created this far alt, et cetera, whatever it is. Not knowing that you're so caught up in this external sense of whatever you caught up thinking that things exist externally and then not internally, right? Like you don't have no self-love for yourself. Yeah, life is hard. Yeah, life is fucked up shit. Fucked up shit happens every single 2 seconds of every day. But because it is the lack of self-awareness, self-love, esteem, all these things that exist internally, right? You look for them externally. When you find it externally, you don't want to let it go. Because it's easy for them to go down this pipeline and then become radicals. We're going to close out this video right here. It's not too much longer. It's like about a minute.
Is extremely difficult. Most people don't even know that this is a possibility, that you can develop a life of a conscious, loving, selfless purpose on your own. But see, that's difficult. That's a difficult road to walk because you're usually walking it alone. There's nobody there helping you. You're trying to figure it out by yourself. Your family and friends won't really be supportive. They won't really understand what you're doing because they themselves don't know how it works. School doesn't teach you how to do it. College, university doesn't teach you how to develop a life purpose. Businesses and corporations, they don't care about whether you have a life purpose or not, whether it's conscious or not. In fact, they're going to try to seduce you off the path with jobs and careers that are toxic and that just pay really well, but involve you doing some kind of devil's work in order to get that big paycheck.
Fair enough. That's a pretty good 10-minute work. That's pretty decent. Shout out to you, whoever you are. What's it called? Actualized organization. Okay, cool. Shout out to y'all. Kill that real quick. But then you have to ask yourself this question too at the same time. How does this thing become so far spread? We talked about it the other night also. And we hit on it last night also. Kill that. Bump there. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on, this one. What's this one? What's this one? Okay. And we sit here and we figure it out. We tried to figure out how come this thing becomes so widespread so fast, right? We got another ninja. So when you start to think about it, you have to think about what's a commonality thing that we all do besides eating, right? What is something common that we all do? We've been doing it for decades upon decades upon decades. TV, newspapers. Now it's FB, YT, IG. What's the other popular one? Snap, I guess. It's completely everywhere. The social media thing. And like we talked about the other night, we run it in such a fast world that people in Africa could watch videos of live people in New York City. New York City could be watching stuff live in San Francisco. Not because it's on the news, not because it's on these major media networks, not NBC and ABC and PBS and CBS, and it's simply with one of these. Just simply with one of these right here. People in Australia could be watching me walk around my neighborhood, being an asshole. Just that fast. That's how fast the world really is. So the fact that we all have the ability, once you have one of these, right? One of these, we could all be hearing the same message at the same fucking time, watching the same fucking video, in the same chat. And who knows what you are really being exposed to at that rate. Scary. It is wild. It is wild as shit. But I bring these things up, Reaper dog, not because I'm a fucking nerd, right? Not because not because I want to fame monger anybody. I'm bringing this up not to what's it called? It's called fear corn or something like that. None of it. None of what I'm saying is to make you get bummy or even radicalize anybody, right? I'm saying this plain as I can, right? For the simple fact of, it's not that I don't think people know. I think sometimes in life we get so busy running our own races that we actually forget. It's like putting blinders on a horse. The horse can only see one direction. The horse can only see one direction, has blinders on it. A horse only sees one. Sometimes we're the horse with the blinders on it, and we are on the track. And we're chasing that bag, right? Trying to put some more fat inside the wallet, right? Add a couple of commas to the bank account. And the whole time, we're starting to forget things. Things are getting stored in the let's say the back part of our memory. You are a nerd, but you making a good point. I am a nerd. I've been a nerd. Things tend to move to the back part of your mind. So now you have to fight a little bit more to access it, right? As to where things are sitting on the very front of your mind. What they call the frontal lobe. As opposed to things sitting so close to the front, where it's kind of like constantly in rotation in your thoughts, it's constantly rotation in your thinking, it's constantly there in your behavior, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think that we don't know. I just think that because we live this life that we live in, we're doing the things that we do on a daily basis, some things just get a little bit pushed back, pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. And I'm just saying this right now for us to start to bring these things a little bit more forward and have these things a little bit more clean and quick access on our forethought. You hear me? About to roll into the next video real quick. Let's take a quick spin. We at the 55 minute mark. Take a quick spin. Get a drink, get a beverage, then we'll get a drink, get a beverage. Get a drink, roll a spliff, do what you gotta do. We coming right back. I don't know what happened to my spinny thing, but all of a sudden doesn't have any audio, so I gotta put it back inside the machine and see what the fuck happened to it. It could be StreamYard. Let me try it again. Let me see. It could be StreamYard, or it just could be. No, it ain't StreamYard, it's me. I did something to it when I was doing the edit on it. But I'll fix it up later on today. As of now, let's take a quick little break, roll your spliff. Like your cigars. Do what you gotta do. I'm coming right back. Give me like 30 seconds. In the meantime, be nice and be kind to each other, right? All everybody in his family and friends here. Yeah. I said 30 seconds. Took a minute. Give me a break. Rolling into the next video, you heard. I'd give you love.
The Cold War era, specifically Operation Mockingbird. This covert program was allegedly run by the United States Central Intelligence Agency during the early years of the Cold War. Its main goal was to manipulate both domestic and international news media to support U.S. government propaganda efforts. The aim was to counter Soviet influence and promote anti-communist sentiment. At the heart of Operation Mockingbird was the recruitment of journalists, editors, and media executives. These individuals were strategically placed within major news organizations. Their job was to help shape news coverage in a way that aligned with the objectives of the Central Intelligence Agency and the government. This included planting false or exaggerated stories, suppressing negative information, and spreading propaganda to influence public opinion in the United States and beyond.
Y'all tracking already? Y'all tracking already, right? For y'all popping in and out, hit the like button, por favor. It means the road to me and it means nothing to you, you heard? Hit the like button when you sliding through. Puts me in the algorithm, more people could get this information. We don't have to be stingy with information, right? We can share the love, share the likes, share the shares, comment on the video. Big salute to all y'all that come in here and show me hella support. Spending time with us over here at FDNHT. I know it's a love thing all the time. Thighs and Logical are in the building. Two beautiful brown skins. What up? Hope all is well.
The operation did not stop at just journalists. It also extended to funding and controlling front groups and organizations. For instance, in 1967, it was revealed that the National Student Association received funding from the Central Intelligence Agency to support events that aligned with U.S. interests. The existence of Operation Mockingbird became more widely known in the 1970s. Investigations like the Church Committee uncovered the Central Intelligence Agency's relationships with journalists and civic groups. Investigative journalist Carl Bernstein played a key role in revealing that hundreds of journalists had secret ties to the Central Intelligence Agency, with some receiving significant payments for their work. These revelations highlighted how deeply the Central Intelligence Agency had infiltrated the media landscape. In addition to Operation Mockingbird, there was another initiative called Project Mockingbird. This involved wiretapping journalists suspected of leaking classified information. Authorized under President John F. Kennedy, this operation aimed to identify the sources of government leaks by surveilling reporters' communications. From the perspective of crime films and Cold War espionage themes, Operation Mockingbird represents the shadowy intersection of intelligence agencies and media manipulation. It serves as a classic example of covert operations that blur the lines between truth and deception. The operation illustrates how information itself can become a battleground. Journalists sometimes found themselves as unwitting or willing operatives in larger geopolitical struggles. Operation Mockingbird also raises important questions about the independence of the press. It highlights the vulnerability of media to manipulation by powerful state actors, especially during times of political conflict. This reflects broader Cold War anxieties about espionage, loyalty, and the use of covert means to influence public perception and policy. In essence, Operation Mockingbird was a Central Intelligence Agency-led effort to control and influence the media to promote U.S. interests during the Cold War. It involved recruiting journalists, funding front organizations, and disseminating propaganda. The exposure of this operation revealed a complex web of covert actions aimed at shaping public opinion and suppressing dissent, themes that resonate strongly within the genre of crime and espionage films.
Y'all tracking it, right? Now remember the names that she said. If we could shape the emotional psyche of society, then for real, we can control everything. If the one thing that we all share is media, TV, radio, newspapers, the thing that everybody gets tapped into. If I could control the message going out, if I could control the information being put out, if I could control the narrative being put out, if I could control what you know, how you learn it, and when you fucking learn it, I could control your psyche. I could control the social, emotional psyche of that group that I'm doing it to. I had a whole name for it. Take a step back. Do you see how a lot of people could intake information and become radicalized due to feeling marginalized in some aspect? Do you not see with all three eyes how somebody that feels marginalized could easily become radicalized and become hateful to whoever they think that their enemy is? We're not talking about this shit happening in Montana. We're not talking about this shit happening in Houston, Texas. We're not talking about Washington, Seattle. We're not talking about Newark, New Jersey. We're not talking about Jacksonville, Florida. We're not talking about Flagstaff down in there. We're talking about coast to coast. From the sunny beaches in California to that dirty ass Hudson in New York. From Juarez in Texas all the way to the tippy top, North Dakota. That's how a lot of people could become radicalized and feel marginalized in one episode, in one news segment, in one newspaper article, in one stream, in one Reddit post, in one Discord conversation, in one social media on IG. Motherfuckers have to be consciously focused on the shit that you fucking intake, because I keep fucking telling y'all, if you intake bullshit, you're gonna be able to put out bullshit. When you intake things of substance and things that have some motherfucking real fucking marrow inside the bones, that's the shit that you will spit out. You could tell somebody that fucking reads from somebody that doesn't fucking read it in simply 2 minutes of fucking conversation. I keep telling y'all, be conscious of what you intake. And be doubly conscious about what you let out. Trash in, trash out. Value in, value out. Knowledge in, knowledge out. Wisdom in, wisdom out. Fuckery in, fuckery out. Love in, love out. Compassion in, compassion out. If this Mockingbird thing thanks for that comment, love. I read it. Political polarization is easy for the government to create, especially when people inside themselves Isolate themselves. Yep. I could feed. I could keep feeding this marginalized conversation to you. And while I'm feeding you that you're marginalized, you're not loved, you're not respected, you're not cared for, you're not a part of no community, you got no friends, you ain't got no fucking significant other, you ain't got no money in your pocket, your family don't really like you, your hair kind of nappy, you really don't got no fucking business out here in the streets. I don't like you because your skin color. I don't like you because the hat you wear. I don't like your fucking turban. I don't like your J's. I don't like your motherfucking nostrils. I don't like the fucking shape of your fucking eyes. I don't like the food that your people cook. I think y'all stink. It's so many fucking things you could marginalize out of the fucking people that walk around this planet. It's not even fucking funny. But when you're already feeling defeated, when you're already down in the dumps, it's easy for the wrong person to come pick you up and dust you off. And when you feel like they putting you back on your feet, they putting you in a fucking crash mission. Trash in, trash out. I'm not telling y'all this shit for fame mongering purposes. I'm telling y'all this shit should start sharpening up them brain tools. I'm telling y'all this so this shit could stop being so far in the back of your mind and bring it more to the forefront. Bring it more towards the forefront so then your behavioral patterns, and when you cipher things in visually or even audio, right? When you cipher information in, you cipher it through the right filters. You don't cipher through the filter of inadequacy and lack. You cipher through the filters of abundance mindset thinking. You filter it through the logic filter. You filter it through the filter of logic. You don't filter it through the inadequacy filter. It's just gonna keep feeding that negative thing that's inside of you. It's gonna keep feeding it and feeding it and feeding it. And especially when you've given the enemy and the reason why you had all these negative experiences, you subconsciously grow a negative attachment to anything that resembles the enemy. Hence the reason why there's a spike in radical behavior. I'm not joking with you. I'm telling y'all what the fuck it is. Don't go get under your covers and creep under the fucking bed like lightning and thunder outside. This ain't time to be fucking scared. This time for us to be aware. This ain't scary time. This is a weird time. I'm not a people person. I don't like people, right? Humans get on my fucking nerves every single day, maybe twice an hour. That don't mean I don't have compassion. Don't mean I don't care. Don't mean I don't love. Sometimes y'all motherfuckers make it real hard to like y'all. Sometimes y'all make it extremely hard to be like. Take that how the fuck y'all want to take it. Whoever the fuck hear it, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about how tall you is, how brown you is, how not brown you is, your eye color, your hair shape, how kinky your curls are, how not kinky your curls are, which toe is longer than the other one, which finger longer than the other one. I don't give a fuck if you got one big titty and one small titty. I don't give a fuck if you got frame or no frame, cans in the. I don't give a fuck. They got a fuck you want to take it, lay down next to it. I don't care. For sure. Logical. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You know exactly where I'm going next. It's that lack of and that inadequacy mindset that's bestowed upon you that you take on, that then starts to get fed. And they keep feeding it. At the same time, they're giving you the community that you swear to God you love, you want it so badly. the brotherhood you wanted so badly, the relationship you wanted so badly, the cans and the yams you wanted so bad. They will supply you with these things, but it comes with a fucking cost. Nothing's free. You dig it? It's happening so subconsciously. All those negative feelings that were at level 10, they start coming down to like 7. It come down to the community, the lack of community comes down to about 5, right? The lack of a significant other comes down maybe to like 9. Financially unstable, that comes down to about 9 also. So the feelings aren't as strong as they are because they're being fulfilled. Using that word lightly. Damn logical, boy. Blade, what up, G? You already know what to do. They're being filled. So now the more that it's getting filled, the more you start to bond with the people and this new community that you find. Perfect fucking example, G. And I'm gonna go with the one that I was thinking about. Then I have 2 of them. I had 3 actually, but 2 is fine. Remember Higher Learning? Busta Rhymes, Cube, Fishburne. Who else was in that? Was it Nia? Was it Nia? That's not Nia. Regina King. I think that's Regina King that was in there. And the white dude, Portnoy, right? Remember, if you go back and watch Higher Learning, that is the absolute blueprint to how people become fucking radicalized. I'm most part of the Higher Learning. Let me make sure I'm giving y'all the right movie. Yep, Higher Learning. It's Michael Rappaport. That's who it is. Michael Rappaport. That's who it is. My bad. I didn't call her Jennifer Connelly. I remember her being in that movie. Omar Epps. Yep. Yeah. I don't remember Jennifer Connelly in that movie. I don't. Who the fuck was she? I don't remember that movie. But either way, right? Be careful who you band with, especially online. Just in my opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely, yo. If you go back and watch Higher Learning, that is the perfect example to how radicalization happens. Perfect. I can't think about a better movie. Can't think about it. We have one in the shorty with the drink. We have the beautiful logical in the banner. Thank you so much, beautiful. Appreciate the financial support along with the other supports that I already know that you give, but you went ahead and reached your hand into that wallet. Shout out to the motherfucking Mom Dukes. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate it. Absolutely. In case y'all don't know, quick reminder that from now, well, we already started it, but until October 15, everything that we get, right? I'm not taking any of it. Or what I say, I'm taking 75% of it, and I'm at 75% of it. According to how much it is, if it's a substantial amount, it's a good amount, then I'll you know what? Fuck it. 100%, I'll match the 100% of it, and then I'll do the donation drive for socks and socks and blankets because winter time is coming, right? If I do blankets and socks, whatever y'all put in there, I'll match it. I'll give y'all an update in, let's say, I'll give y'all an update on the 1st of October. Let me write that down. October 1st update on where we at for the blanket and socks drive. 1st of October, y'all will get an update on where we at. All right. Appreciate everybody who's been kicking in, showing some compassion for the less fortunate. I absolutely appreciate it. Don't worry. I'll make sure your names get out there. I will. I have the list, so I know who the I know exactly who to shout out. So appreciate it, and I'll match pound for pound. So if y'all get together and put in 2, I'm putting in 2 also, so we get 4 together, right? And according to how much we get, I might could also do underwears. So who knows? We'll see when October 15 get here. I'll do the summary and all that good shit. Now that'll be that year. She was being seduced by the other female in the movie. I don't remember this. I don't remember her being in that movie. I don't remember being in that movie. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate all the support. Thank you so much. Yeah. Go look at that movie. Then look at him. That's a perfect example. Somebody feeling marginalized and becoming radicalized. Another movie too. I'm glad that logical one brought up money. Remember in Dead Prez when Buddy came back from the war? Buddy pull up at his crib trying to give his BMs money while he's trying to get it the right way, working at I think it was the butcher shop, I think. Right? He's trying to get it the right way, the honest way, but right. So they end up trying to jack the Brinks. Shit was bad, right? When they try to jack the Brinks. But we all know that. That's a part of inadequacy, right? They were inadequate in being able to financially take care of themselves. Hence the reason why they radicalized themselves. They became radicals. And tried to rob a Brinks. See how you see how fast we could move radicalization from becoming a neo-Nazi type person to just simply being in the hood and not having enough bread in your pocket to take care of your turn and your family, right? You also become radicalized in thought because guess what? You see the inadequacies. It fucks with your psyche. It fucks with your emotional bandwidth. It fucks with your emotional fibers. People get to a point where they just can't take it no more. And they make radical, rash fucking decisions. I don't want us to get caught up in radical just simply being climbing up on a rooftop, right, with your rifle and try to remove somebody from the planet. I don't want us to get caught up on that. Look at Set It Off. You know, I can't leave y'all beautifuls out. Y'all lovely ladies. Look at Set It Off. Same thing. Poverty radicalized them. It was poverty. We come back to those. Remember, we're coming back to those 2 things. We're going to come back to those 2 examples. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. What's this one? About to burn another video. I tell you what, make sure y'all get you a nice beverage, a nice healthy fruit juice, a nice tea, some a nice spliff, right? or a cigar. Whatever you do, whatever you choose. We're gonna be here for a little bit. I'm already at the 122. Shit.
Nobody is born an extremist. So what makes a teenager in Afghanistan strap on a suicide jacket or a member of the KKK in America take up a gun? For
Viewer discretion advised. Viewer discretion advised. It's not me speaking. This is a segue point for a greater conversation. YouTube. Okay.
one, we need to understand that extremism has no religion, race, gender, or age. The road to extremism has three drivers: ideology, economics, and politics.
We're gonna start up.
Economics and politics. At the core of
Did I not tell y'all that shit?
extremist ideology is a narrative of us versus them. In extremist ideologies, people think either that they're superior to others, like the Aryan race myth that radicalized Germans before World War II, or that they're being victimized, as we see with Al-Qaeda teaching that Islam is under attack. These ideas breed fear and incite people to extreme action. It's a common belief that extremism is due to a lack of education, but more education doesn't necessarily reduce extremism.
Facts.
In most cases, we need to change the messages within the education itself. In schools in Pakistan, for instance, the curriculum develops prejudice from the very beginning by using derogatory language against minorities and teaching skewed discriminatory versions of history and culture. This is reflected in Pakistan's political landscape. Minorities are not only subject to harsh discrimination, but also regular violence and attacks on their places of worship and their homes. The problem gets worse when ideology is coupled with technology. Extremists now have a global platform. It's not limited to Muslim kids being exposed to hateful teaching at Islamic schools in the Middle East, Afghanistan, or Pakistan. Social media now lets extremists extend their reach to young people in the West, including Australia. Take a map. Look at the most volatile regions of the world, the breeding grounds of extremism. You will find these countries are also the poorest. In countries where most people still survive for under $2 a day, without food and clean water, the path to extremism is easy. In such countries, the lack of opportunity is dire. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer as they're discriminated against by state policies, corrupt political leadership, and education that is different for poor and rich. Aid agencies and the UN have accepted inequality as one of the drivers to extremism and state collapse. The Baloch separatist movement in Pakistan, the Assam separatist movements in India, and even Al-Qaeda are at least partly driven by a desire to revolt against discrimination and inequality. But poverty alone isn't sufficient. It has to be coupled with politics. Foreign interventions in emerging countries and Western sponsoring of corrupt regimes are major contributors. Western bloc countries have supported governments that put in place draconian laws, halt much-needed reforms, and abuse human rights. It's made the Western bloc unpopular not only in the Muslim world, but also in Latin America. Al-Qaeda, for instance, stemmed out of the idea to flush American influence out of Saudi Arabia, where America had sponsored what was locally seen as a corrupt government. But Al-Qaeda became too violent to control, and it expanded its goal beyond the Arabian Peninsula. In the West, President Trump's so-called Muslim ban and his rhetoric play into the hands of extremists by endorsing terrorist propaganda that the US hates Islam. Today's world is one of extreme inequalities, where luxurious airplanes fly over slums where kids are dying of hunger. These differences in circumstances are a strong driving force for modern extremism, and they are more visible to the underprivileged than at any time in history. This is now a global problem that needs a global solution. Understanding these drivers to extremism is the first step to stopping its rise.
Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. The ideology. The lack of resources. When you have a lack of resources, who do people tend to blame for the lack of resources? And let's just say resources across the board. Let's not just say we're talking about financial resources. People tend to blame the government instantly. People blaming Trump for shit that won't even be on Trump's desk to even talk about. They refuse to go look at the town hall and argue with their officials that they possibly didn't even vote in. Motherfuckers want to sit there and bitch and complain about some shit. And complain about some shit. And complain about some shit. But really don't never get up and put no fucking pedal to the metal. Blaming Trump for shit that will never even see his desk. Won't even come across his ears. But they quick to blame the government. It's not detached idea, resources, government. It's a circle. It's a circle. They don't stand in blocks. It's a fucking circular thing. You heard? They all sink in together to create the radicalized extremist person, individual. They all work together. It's like a bus on a circuit, and it has 3 stops to make. It's going to make those 3 stops and come right back around. Make the 3 stops, 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 come right back around. Make the 3, man, look at, bruh. Make the 3 stops, then right back around. Make the 3 stops, then right back around. Make the 3 stops, then right back around. Right back around. Right back around. Make the 3 stops, then right back around. I ain't in to play with, dog. Let me share the article. Damn, I shared it already. But y'all can't even see it. I can't even see it. So I know y'all can't see it. All right, boom drop. Ready? Gardanian discusses the role of loneliness in extremism and politics in Newsweek. We're not going to read the whole article. In a 2001 study by Rand Corporation of former political extremists, half of the people surveyed said feelings of marginalization drove them toward radicalization, with most citing feelings of isolation and loneliness. More than half of them, mental issues played a role in their radicalization. Nearly 80% said they were recruited into extremist groups. Mass shooters have shared feelings and loneliness online, saying such emotions prompted their turns to radical online communities and extreme political beliefs. People are looking for that kind of connection. They can't find it with a group. If they're rather with the group that they don't know online, they don't necessarily see the bad parts of what's happening. Says Shana, professor of the chair of political science at Merle Goldberg Fabian, professor of excellence in citizenship and critical thinking. If they're being told they're special and smart and they're not getting that in their real life, you can imagine how. Yep, right there. Then with the technological parts of it, where extreme voices get more airtime on the internet. She just summed it up in this fucking thing right here. Face-to-face interactions both reinforce norms of civil and political behavior and make it much harder to demonize people that disagree with people that you disagree with. Okay. Good fucking article. That was short and sweet. Thank you. It's usually the white people. There again, you cannot say that. We just disproved that, brother. We just disproved that. I don't know if I'm saying that, but we just disproved it. But I'm glad you brought that up. That's one of the topics of tonight. Let's take a quick spin. You heard? Right back at it, like a crack addict. Flip it on black matches and the back at it. You heard? Back at it. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. Let's talk about it. We can have some fun with this one. Let's have some fun, but let's also be serious at the same time. We can have serious fun, right? What crime? But have you ever heard of a crime and automatically knew it was not a black person? Have you heard of a crime and automatically knew it wasn't a white person? You're driving down the road in your car, going to the mall, because you gotta do Christmas shopping or clothes shopping, and you hear something on the news station, and you hear it, you're like, oh, that's a white person. Oh, that's a black. Ever? Never? Ever? Ever? Nobody? No takers? Okay. I for sure, me personally, I've done gangs, Derek Gaines, incorrect. So, again, what's going on with you this morning? You're not waking up? But no, I feel you. That's your opinion. I'm just giving you some sticks. People say sometimes. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. When I hear a school just got banged on, last thing I think about is a black person. Yeah, what up? These people argue about skin shades are vestic and of low frequency. Welcome, G. When I hear certain crimes, I just know it doesn't sound like a black crime, right? When I hear gang affiliated crimes, I think about everybody. I think about everybody. I see gangs in every fucking area. If I hear about a woman getting arrested at Walmart with her 2 children with her, I think about black people. I do. Just that simple. It's funny and it's not funny at the same time, G, but it is what the fuck it is. I'm a human. I live in this fucking world. I'm in this dimension just with y'all, bro. Mass shooters like school. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can just hear that crime and automatic. I don't know if it's consciously or subconsciously, but it happened. The degenerate, wealthy, godless, modern. Trying to figure out that. If you could write the word, just change out the vowels, change out the vowels for numbers. We'll figure it out. I did content this cheers and respect. Yeah, bro, peace. You're more than welcome to hang out, though. That's all we do here. We have fun sometimes. We have a lot of fun over here. But when it calls for us to be serious, we just be serious and we talk about what we need to talk about. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather give the village gang some information, right? I'd rather sharpen their tools while I sharpen mine at the same time. That's it. I don't believe that we don't know. I believe that things are just regressed in our mind. They're in the back portions of our mind. Sometimes we need to bring them forward and activate them and use them on a constant basis. That's what I think. Please, Steve, you always welcome over here. And over here, we don't attack the people, right? Which I'm glad that you didn't do that. So that's pretty smooth of you. So you're welcome here anytime. We don't attack the people per se. We more try to attack the idea and the conversation and the ideology. You know, we tend to stay away from ad hominems and all that. Unless it's extremely egregious, then we just bug the fuck. Well, I bug the fuck out. Peace, my G. That doesn't mean because you identify crimes to race that you're racist. It just means that you're racially aware of shit. Right? There's nothing wrong with being racially aware. I think you have to be racially aware. I think you have to be aware. It's just that simple. In a world where it's so different. You have so many different races, so many different cultures, so many different phenotypes. Even in the black community alone by itself, there's different types of black. Even in the Asian community, different type of Asian. Even in the Hispanics, Latino community, different type of those. Every group that we want to group ourselves in, right? That groups are made into. Inside that group, there's also subgroups. And if you have subgroups, then you know you have subculture. So when you say black culture, you're referring to all the black. But you can separate black culture and say West Indian black culture. And even when you get the West Indian black culture, you can break that down to Trinidadian culture, Jamaican, Guyanese culture. If you go to Asian culture, you can break that down to Laos, Cambodia, Japan, China, India, right? You could break down Asian culture however you want. But there are subgroups and subcultures, even in the main group head. So being aware of these things, are you just being aware of pretty much your surroundings and the world that you live in? I see nothing wrong with it. Now, if you activate these things and use these stereotypes and these racial awarenesses to subjugate people and to mistreat people, then you know you're fucking racist. Ain't no two ways about it. And I don't get down with racists. That's too much big fish to fry. You know what I mean? But now that that's up in the air, let's talk about the next topic. You find out that somebody is a racist, right? Let's just go to the everyday racist shit. White person don't like black people. Everyday shit that you hear, right? What the fuck you gonna do then? Because they quick to call Charlie Kirk a racist, right? He was quick to kick his back, dancing, partying, having a good time at this man's death. That's evil. Because now you're worshiping death. Like, I don't know if you know or you give a fuck, but that's demonic and that's evil and that's satanic. So carry on how you carrying on, G. But you find out that they're racist, right? You find out they don't like your skin tone. They don't like who you are. They don't like your culture. They don't like nothing about you and your people. What the fuck you gonna do? Tell me. What the? Nothing. You didn't do a motherfucking thing. So shut the fuck up. You not finna do shit. You know why? Because you can't do fucking shit. You gonna sit down there and be like, you know what? Billy Bob, let's chop it up, brother. Let's figure this out and get to the bottom cause of this. Because I don't like the fact that you don't like my people now. We gotta come. I gotta change your mind now. I gotta get you on an even keel. All right? The real God's people. You ain't finna do a fucking thing. Shut your dumb ass up. Motherfucker just hyper emotional. That's all it is. Bunch of loose fucking emotions. That's it. Like fucking tread when you or like a rope. When a rope starts to untwine, and you can see 15, 16, 30 different fibers in there, and it frays out. That's all it is. Loose as fuck. Ain't finna do a motherfucking, so shut the fuck up. But want to sit there and fucking cry about it. This person is a racist. This person don't like. So fucking what? You walk around your whole life thinking people gonna fucking like you. You walk around your whole life thinking people gonna like you. Well, you fucked. You walk around here with this I gotta please everybody mentality and I'm everybody's cup of tea mentality. You fucked. You walk around here because you got cans and yams and think that the world's supposed to run up here and kiss your motherfucking ass and bend to every fuck you. You fucked. You run around here because you light, bright, and two shades from white. That you think you're special and motherfuckers that bent. You fucked. Everybody gonna be so fucking special. Everybody gonna be so accepted by everybody. People have a fucking issue with being individuals. People have an issue with being just themselves. That they ready to fucking stop being themselves to join a fucking group and a clan. You fucked. That's what I should have named this fucking. You fucked. That's what I should have named it. Y'all hell bent on the wrong things. Y'all get emotional and invest emotional energy into the wrong fucking things. Y'all think I'm joking? I'm gonna show you a video in a little bit. Watch. Stand by. I got another video. Y'all so caught up in fuckery, in your own emotions, that you can't even cipher true emotions to figure out which emotion and what action needs to be taken when there's fucking stimulus. You fucked. Bunch of fucking 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 45-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 70-year-olds walking around here emotional as fuck. Guess what? You fucked. Grown ass adults out here can't put this shit in one sock. At age 40, you fucked. Quick to focus on the wrong thing and not give your fucking energy and attention to things that'll get you down the road in life and make you better. You fucked. Always looking over the fence instead of fucking looking what you have for you and what you earned, and always looking to see what somebody else got. You fucked. Wasting time in spaces that you got no business in, talking shit, trolling. You fucked. Spending time watching TV and YouTube and shit where you can spend that time doing valuable shit for you and your fucking family. You fucked. Don't know your ass from your fucking elbow. You fucked. Don't know where it's up. You fucked. Don't know where it's down. You fucked. Can't figure out left from fucking right. You fucked. And guess what? You enjoy being fucked because you ain't changed shit yet. Fuck up my face. Ain't gonna turn around with your fucking hand out to ask for some type of fucking sympathy and empathy and care and motherfucking compassion. No. Do for you, and when I see you do for you, then I'll do for you. Prove to me that you worth me putting on my checkbook for. Prove to me that you worth my motherfucking time. Prove to me that you worth my fucking energy. Prove it to me. Those who help themselves receive great help. Those who help themselves receive great help. When the motherfucking student is ready, the master shall appear. Do you not know what the fuck I'm talking about? You don't? You fucked. Look at the first one. DEI should be illegal. Deport all illegals. Now let's talk. By now we know this story. It's been out, I'd say 2. Let me see when this was posted. That'll give you the proper date. Maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days. Today's Saturday. Who gives a fuck? They went to Tennessee State, set up their little stand, just like Charlie, wanted to have civil discourse, civil conversations, engage in debate, just like Charlie. Let's go to the video. Another picture of them. And here's the video right here. Only 32. Oh, Sean, all right, cool.
Yeah, they threw a drink up top.
Oh my gosh, they threw a drink up top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Did somebody just throw something in our car?
Arrest. They just tried to hit the car.
No, they did hit the car.
Whoa. That was loud.
Look at all this wasted energy. Look at it. Look at all this wasted energy. This energy just wasting away. You know why? Because y'all fucked. I would have seen them too fucking retarded. Sorry, delayed. I apologize. It's a word that we use to describe things. So I know it's different in social settings. But the word has a meaning, and I get it. I get it. I look at these two attention-seeking fucking whores. These controversy-seeking fucking bitches with their MAGA hats on. That's all they seek is controversy. I don't see how people didn't see this a mile away. I don't fucking comprehend how y'all did not see this a mile away. How do you not see this play a mile away? It's not even cloaked in anything. There's no deception in this. There's no deception in it. I would have walked right past these two motherfuckers. Kept on going about my business. There's no deception. This is what Charlie Kirk did. Now they doing it. Cool. And the subjects they talking about, I don't even know why we holding on to those subjects. Who get? Because you fucked. Y'all took time out your day to go interfere with these two fucking morons. These attention-seeking, controversial whores. If you didn't see this play, you fucked. If you did not see this play, college is not working for you. Drop out. You already fucked. I saw the video and I knew what was up. And I wasn't even there. Why spend your energy and your time? You know why? Because you lack emotional fucking control. You know why? Because you fucked. You wasted your time on this bullshit. to call them racist and all this other shit. You think you're gonna change them people's mind? You think if somebody don't like you, it's your job to say fucking what? Somebody not liking you affects you how? Somebody that has no effect on you. Because I know people gonna be like,
well, Trin, you know, if you go to a job site and they're racist, then they're a bunch of racists, and they're gonna give you a hard time, and they might try to get you out the door because you got cans and yams, and you got dark skin, you got a wide nose, you wear that funny hat. You know, it's so many ways that people discriminate against you. That's why DI was so important. Remember, DI was for everybody. It was diversity, equity, and inclusion. So it's supposed to include everybody, to give people from the bottom some equity so they can actually make it to the top. It was supposed to be diverse because it's a men's world, and we tired of it, and we rising up, and we coming for y'all jobs.
you fucked. One sign said something about illegals, get illegals out of here, or some silly shit. What the fuck that gotta do with y'all? Please tell me what in the name of Moses sandals, bruh. Does it have to do with you? Tell me what that has to do with you. The first one, you can have that argument could be long and it got legs on it. Not really, because it's already been smoked out. We already smoked that out. But y'all still carrying on believing what you want to believe. Big salute to you. I'll be there with my folded chair watching the train crash. What does the illegal immigrant part have to do with you? Why do you care? Are you an illegal immigrant? What does that have to do with you? Nothing. Has absolutely nothing to do with you, but y'all chose to put your energy in that direction and spend your energy doing that instead of seeing the play for what it is. And now what you gave them was publicity. Free publicity. When y'all could have simply just walked past them and it would have been absolutely zero. No conversation, nothing to be said. Oh, I know what's going on here. You know what y'all did? Nah. Y'all got your boots strapped up, put on your war paint, had on your fucking hoodies, did some little warm-ups in the mirror, make sure you had your right? Uppercut, all right, jab, step out, block, block. Did your little warm-up routine, sent out the fucking signal. Here, yo, and went down there and gave them everything that they fucking wanted. You fucked. You can't see something that's blatant and plain. You fucked. Drop out of college. It's not fucking working for you. Go down to fucking McDonald's or go find somebody that's trying to take on an apprentice to do fucking tattooing or plumbing or carpentry or mechanic work. Because clearly college is fucking failing you if you couldn't see this play plain as fucking the sunlight of day that they were sitting. Clearly you have no forethought. Clearly you run off simple fucking emotion at any single time you could be triggered. This is where y'all blacks decided to fucking spend your fucking energy. What did you accomplish? Tell me what the fuck did you accomplish? Somebody knows somebody in Tennessee. Tell a person you know in Tennessee to watch the Tennessee news and see what was accomplished. Fucking zero. Nothing has changed. But you know what was accomplished? You gave them free publicity. Now they're known. Mind you, they full on jacking Charlie Kirk's position. They jacking his stilo. They jacking TPUSA without a doubt. It's blatant as fuck. They are jacking him blatant, and y'all still didn't see the play. There was no type of secrecy. You know, they was doing shit to get mad at people. Respond. Logic. That's the fucking point that I'm trying to fucking make. Y'all so fucking emotional about the shit that does not motherfucking benefit y'all, as you would never be able to be emotional about the shit that that's supposed to benefit y'all. Y'all so busy being emotional about shit that you have nothing to do with. Then when the time comes for you to have the same emotion and the same logic and the same behavior and the same action, the same get down, and the shit you're supposed to have to get down for, guess what? You fucking expended. You don't got nothing left. You done ran your fucking tank dry over shit that had nothing to fucking do with you. You fucked. But y'all in college, and y'all the future, the builders of the new America. But y'all couldn't see this shit written plain as day. Plain as fucking day. Y'all couldn't see it. And then it enraged you. It got up under your skin. It got up under your black skin. Y'all don't even know how to play the games with them type of people. Y'all don't even know how to play them type of games with them type of people. And they know that. That's why at any given turn, they can have you do that, what you just did. At any given time or turn of their choosing, they could have you doing that same shit you just motherfucking did because you don't know how to play the fucking game. You don't comprehend it. You don't comprehend it. You know why you can't comprehend? Because you live your life and you listen and you see through your emotional filter. You don't live your life through your logical filters. If y'all was on one accord, y'all would have looked at that shit, laughed at them. Matter of fact, y'all should have got your own fucking tables and set up your own stands and just sat there and studied each other. If y'all wanted to waste fucking time, that might have accomplished way more. I agree to a certain extent. Look at all the aspects coming to my HBC. You see what's waiting for you, but you're supposed to be docile. Yes. You know what? The wrong word that you're using is docile. Nobody's saying being docile, saying being smart and intelligent, seeing the game for what the fuck it is and not playing that fucking game. The only way to ever win the game is to not play. As soon as you start playing the game, you expose yourself to fucking losing. Do you think they won something in there? What did they win? Where was the win? The only time you win in the game is to never fucking play it in the first place. Nobody said be docile. I don't do docile shit. Ain't nothing docile over here. But you just said it for yourself. They came to a HBCU. You think that was haphazardly? You think it was on the highway in Tennessee and it was like, oh shit, Tennessee State University is right here. Let's pull up and see what they're doing today. Let's go check out the cans and the yams. I heard them sisters got some nice bootylicious rumps. What's the word on the street? Bodacious? The fuck out of here, G. That shit was flat and plain. I saw that shit a mile. From the time I saw the fucking beginning of the video, I said, oh, fuck no. Straight, I'm asking respectfully, look at the history of what has been done. I completely, I get what, love, trust me, I completely understand what you're saying. I completely get what you're saying. What I'm saying is this: if you want to fight that fight and play that game, you have to know how to do it. If I could get you emotionally aroused, I get you emotionally spun up, you already lost. Because every decision made off of fucking emotion is a wrong fucking decision.
I'm not saying don't have fucking feelings about it. I'm not saying don't stand there for don't stand your ground on it. I'm not saying any of that shit. That shit's weird and cowardly to me. Stand up for what you believe in all the time. Stand up for what's right and what's righteous all the time. Stand up for what's correct all the time. If you're going to engage, you have to know how to properly engage. It doesn't matter if you have an army of 1,000 and I have an army of 100. Whoever's cohesive and synced wins that fight. Bring the fucking gorilla, and I'll take 100 of me, and we cohesive and we synced in. That gorilla is not leaving that cage. Because my voice is tired, and I get it. I can see all this stuff. Exactly. I completely comprehend it. I completely comprehend the frustration. I completely comprehend the spilling of blood on the side. I completely comprehend how legislation has been made. I completely get it across the board. But you have to engage these things in the right manner. You have to engage these things with the right attitude. You have to engage these things with the right thoughts. And you cannot engage these things in emotion. You are going to lose every single time. No decision being made off of emotion is going to be a good decision. That's it. When you start making decisions off of emotion, they're going to be wrong decisions. Just that simple. Let's wind down. Let's take it back. Take it back. Take it back. I appreciate the engagement, though. Logical. You know you're always welcome over here, love. You know how we get down. You know you're one of my faves over here. I don't know. MSD clan, I guess. We're about to wind it down. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, this silly shit right here. Oh, Crick. Yo. What up, J? What we got? Oh, this one. About to wind it down, you heard? So it's been at 2 hours. Cool. Go. I'll be back this afternoon. That's the plan. The plan is to be back this afternoon. I might do a lunch. I might cook some. I might do that shoot for SNT. Yeah, I might do that shoot for SNT when I cook. I might do some Spanish shrimp rice. I don't know yet. I might do it. I don't know. This is from Austin Powers. You remember this silly shit?
Colonel, you better take a look at this radar. What is it, son? I don't know, sir, but it looks like a giant dick.
Yeah.
Take a look out of starboard.
Oh my God, it looks like a huge...
Pecker!
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that's not a woodpecker. It looks like someone's...
Private! We have reports of an unidentified flying object. It is a long, smooth shaft, complete with 2 balls.
What is that? That looks just like an enormous...
Wang, pay attention.
I was distracted by that enormous flying...
Willie. Yeah. What's that? Well, it looks like a giant...
Johnson. Yes, sir. Get on the horn to British intelligence and let them know about this.
Colonel, you better take...
Winding down. Wine it like that.
I'm wondering how you afford all those gym shoes.
She messed up 1.5 pounds of my weed. If you look, if you look on page 2, page 2,
I'm gonna ask the authorities to give you a pass. Even though you're admitting,
I'm being honest though. She's sitting up here lying.
Even though you're admitting to be a drug dealer, I'm gonna ask them to give you a pass.
Well, that show you I ain't lying about nothing. I'm not lying. She the one lying.
I'm wondering how you afford all those gym shoes.
She messed up 1.5 pounds of my weed. If you look, if you look on page, if you look on page 2, if you look on page 2,
I'm gonna ask the authorities to give you.
Hey, what's wrong with my man? What's the real malfunction going on here? I got some shit in the vault.
Y'all ever crashed out before? What's like y'all worst crash out moment? Name and age and why did you pop?
I'm Tom 30. The reason I pop, when you ask crashing out, are you toxic? You give me like, that was a toxic question. You used to be toxic or something.
Maybe I've dealt with something toxic. Maybe I could just have my guard up.
Okay.
Okay. So is that why you popped?
That's why I popped.
Thought her question was given toxic.
You giving toxic. I don't got time.
You looking straight and everything. Is he your type? Why not? He's not bad. I honestly like taller men.
Yeah, I'm sitting down right now.
So yeah. Other than that, but yeah. Say he's 6'1".
Moving around.
Well, I'm a model, so I walk professionally for a living. So
You gotta give your feet a break.
I feel you on that. You popped on me anyway, so
I was just wondering.
thank you. Y'all ever crashed out before? What's like y'all worst?
St. Louis, St. Louis. What's this?
As I walk through the valley of the shadow.
I paid all gas and lights from between 11 to 40 minutes. Wishing I was a pick. Ain't no fucking way.
Want to live in my house? You're welcome to my house.
I will come to your house.
Really?
Yes.
You're really
I want to come have dinner with you.
Not dinner. If you're coming to my home, just have dinner. No.
I'll spend a whole day with you. What's your number?
Not just one whole day. No.
How long?
Hold on. You telling me if I book my flight to Japan, I'm gonna have a free place to stay? Hold on. I'm booking my flight. You gonna see me there tomorrow? I'm what? Fresh off the plane. What? I'm gonna be living cozy, fresh off the plane. No cap, bro. They move it like that over there in Japan. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get my luggage packed. What am I doing? I need to be over there immediately.
How long do you need to make a content?
A month.
A month? You can live in my house a month.
For you.
Oh, thank you.
I get a free crib for the month?
Want to live in my house?
That's fucking crazy. But I've been to Asia, so I'm not surprised. Who said empathy will suck you and drain you completely dry? Anybody got empathy now? Jesus Christ. Yo! It has been another one in the books. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself over here. We chopped it up. J Till, what up? G Big salute. Mob. Yo! Peace. Y'all already know. Hit them buttons when you fall into the room. G, help me get into the algorithm so we can share this information, share the stream, share the knowledge, etc., etc., etc. Share the lives. Whatever it is we do over here at the FDNHT for Drinking and Not Thinking stream. Yo, yeah, you mad late, G. We about to bang the fuck out of here. We're coming back this afternoon though. It's gonna be afternoon. I might shoot again in the next couple hours. Going if I got certain food items. I'm gonna go shoot on Scales and Tails with Trin. Then I'll just be here in the afternoon tonight. With the fuck arounds, with the fuck around. You heard? Y'all know it's a love thing. Every time you pull up over here in the town square, have no fear. Family and friends are up in here. Ladies, kick up your feet and relax your hair. Generals, have some shots, have some beers. Take care of yourself so you can take the people that surround you, and love yourself so you can love the people surround you. This thing in life is not a marathon. It's not a sprint. It is a marathon. So always train. Train like the marathon is the very next day. You hear me? Peace, power, and prosperity to the village. Trin out. See y'all later on, G.